Thomas and friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor. Today, on the island of Sodor, we'll see what happens when Emily has to work with a new engine. And we'll share some fun times with Edward. But first, Thomas has to collect an important visitor from Brendam Docks. Thomas and the Storyteller. It was an important day on the island of Sodor. A new library was going to be opened. Everyone was excited. There was going to be a ceremony with a brass band, a red carpet, and boxes of books. All the children and all the grown-ups loved reading books and listening to stories. A famous storyteller was going to tell the children a special story. All the engines wanted to collect the famous storyteller, but Sir Topham Hatt chose Thomas. Thomas was excited. "You must show the famous storyteller the special sights of Sodor," he boomed. "Then she can make up a special story for the children. Make sure she arrives at the grand opening on time." "Yes, sir," tooted Thomas excitedly. "I know all the best sights." Thomas puffed over to Brendam Docks. He wanted to do a good job. Thomas arrived at the docks. He looked up and down, left and right, and all around, looking for someone famous. But all he could see was a lady with a notepad and a big box of cookies. "Are you the famous storyteller?" Thomas asked. "I like to think so," said the lady. "You must be Thomas the Tank Engine. Will you please show me the sights of Sodor?" "Of course," tooted Thomas happily. So the famous storyteller hopped on Thomas's footplate, and Thomas puffed away. "Pirates Cove is not far from here. I shall take you there first," whistled Thomas. Pirates Cove was full of caves and secret tunnels. Legend had it that pirates used to bury their treasure there. "You could make up a jolly good story about pirate treasure," wished Thomas happily. But on his way there, Thomas saw James. James was in trouble. My coupling rod has snapped, and I'm a guaranteed connection. My passengers have to arrive at Maithwaite Station on time. I'm sorry, Thomas puffed to the famous storyteller. I cannot take you to Pirates Cove. I have to help my friend. So Thomas buffered up to James and his passenger train and chuffed away. "Thank you, Thomas," cried James. Thomas arrived at Maithwaite just in time. "The ruined castle is just over the hill," said Thomas to the famous storyteller. "Now I will take you there."